Hey you guys, what's up? It's your girl Cree. Welcome back to the channel. We are currently experiencing the winter storm. So I am in front of natural lighting today. I'm chilling around the house. I'm in my PJs and yeah, I'm just like, you know what? Let me do my face, get in front of the camera and record and knock out some videos because I really need to get some content out to you guys. I am backed up, but you guys know I'm preparing for a move and everything. So I just wanted to get some stuff recorded for you. So yeah, this is first up on the docket. In today's video, we are going to be doing my top 10 for life. I did this video about, I guess, a year ago. And yeah, I felt like it was time to reevaluate that list. Now, I'm not going to show you what was in my previous list. Some of you may know, but you can always go back and check. And I'll try to link that up above or at the end for you guys to check out and see how it differs. But if you know me, you probably know what will be on this list. But there may be some changes. I've been able to test some new things and I may have some new loves. Okay. So yeah, with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. I do reserve the right to change my mind, but if you know me, you know that I'm pretty much a creature of habit. If I love something, it's probably going to stick around. Most things that I really truly love, they don't change. If I was to no longer have my collection that I currently have and I had to start it off fresh, these are the first 10 that I know I would go out and grab. They are automatics. With the exception of maybe 3 of these, most of these have already been repurchased before. If not, I've had dupes for them. So yeah, I know this for a fact. These are loves. I'm not new to these. I'm true to these. And you know what? I come to the conclusion that I must be basic. I must have a basic preference when it comes to perfumes because I watch these kind of videos all the time. Y'all know I'm not just someone who does YouTube content. I watch YouTube and I love these types of videos. I love to see how people's tastes change and I love to see what people are grabbing for and what they will repurchase. And I see so many of these and a lot of the fragrances people have on there, I don't even know. I've never heard of them. It's just a whole lot of niche and all that. And you'll find over here, I'm just really not your niche girly. I have a few niche in here, but probably most of the fragrances on my list you will have heard about, and it will be true to what you see on my channel because I really wear my stuff and I purchase my stuff. Nothing is gifted and you know, I like what I like. I'm a simple kind of girl, so my list reflects that. So with no further ado, I'm not going to hold you any further. Let's go ahead and get into this list. We're not going in any particular order. I am just going to grab and go. Whatever I grab, we're just going to hit it and move. I'm not going to get too much into notes, but I'll try to make sure I put them up there for you guys to see. I'm just going to give you the vibes, and if I can recall any of the notes off the top of my head, then I'll throw them at you. But also, I'm hoping you guys can't see that. I'm going to try to like maybe blur out my background because yeah, I'm in the process of moving. So I have boxes. I try to get them out the way, but it might still be in the shot. If it is, just disregard. I'm really living over here, okay? This is not a facade. This is really my room. I'm really in my house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an influencer, I'm just a girl who likes perfume. So with no further ado, let's get into it. First up on the list, I'm just going to go ahead and start with what we all know is going to be on here because if you know me, to know me is to know that I love this scent, and this is none other than Good Girl, the OG. This is always, I know for a fact this was on my list last year and it will always remain because I love the original Good Girl from Carolina Herrera down. Love it. I will always love it. She will always be in my collection. It does not matter how many fragrances I test and try, she will be there. You know, here's the thing. When it comes to the fragrances that are on this list, it's not so much that I don't get tired of scents because we all have those scents where we get tired of them. And you know, over on this channel, I declutter quite frequently, especially because I have been curating my collection. So I have been, you know, decluttering frequently. So I do get sick of things and I feel like I'm not reaching for it. But when it comes to the ones on this list and specifically this is one I will never declutter. It doesn't matter that I'm sick of it or if I feel like, man, I've been smelling it a lot. I don't want to smell it for a while. I've already come to that crossroad and still kept the fragrance and still repurchased it. When I first got into the whole fragrance thing and I was building my collection, I got this and I overdid it with it. And I had a whole lot of scent profiles that smelled like this. And I had to chill on it for a while because it was just like, my God, I'm sick of smelling it now. Here. But nevertheless, I never lost my love for the OG. I still love this fragrance. It doesn't get old for me. I might get tired of it, so I put it away. Put it in my closet and I won't reach for it for a couple of seasons. and then the fall and winter comes, I'm back at it. And by the way, this isn't one of those fragrances where I only pull for it in the fall and winter. No, I will pull for this anytime, any day, any night. It doesn't matter. I don't feel like this is strictly a nighttime fragrance. I don't feel like that. I will wear this any day, anytime. But if you've never smelled this and you wanted to know what's different about this one, first of all, it's the first. So let's start there. I do understand that this isn't the favorite of most people. It has a whole bunch of flankers to this line, but this is also one that is hated on a lot in the fragrance community for whatever reason. But I love it. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on it forever. Always, it will always go down as a classic to me. This fragrance gives me sexy, sultry vibe. This fragrance opens up with a burst of bergamot and lemon. You get a note of coffee in there that is prominent, but it's not to me like a dark, it's a beautiful coffee. It's a very creamy, I don't even know how to explain this. It's just very nice. There's a coffee note in here. There's vanilla, there's rose, there's cinnamon, there's patchouli, there's cocoa, there's Bulgarian rose. So much complexity to this fragrance, but to me, it is just beautiful. I love it. Obviously, it's in my top 10 for life, but I think this is one of my favorite designer fragrances as well. So yeah, that is Carolina Herrera, Good Girl. And if I haven't sold you, and if you've never tried this out, give it a try. Don't listen to what you hear online. Just go give it a try. And of course, I love the heel. I know some people think this is kind of tacky, but I really like it. So yeah, that is Good Girl. Next we have Akro Bake, you guys, and this is a fragrance that I discovered a couple of years ago. I think it's been a couple of years now. I think it was 2024 when I discovered this, and I've just been smitten with it ever since. It still holds the reign as my favorite lemon gourmand fragrance. This has notes of like lemon, I think it's lemon zest in here, a very bright citrusy lemon. It also has bourbon vanilla and whipped cream. It has a note of praline in here, as well as some rum. And it is just such a masterpiece. This to me is a feel-good scent. It makes you feel good. It gives you like a burst of energy. Just smelling that bright, zesty lemon in the opening, it puts a smile on my face, and it smells so good. I always get compliments when I wear this, by the way, as well as with Good Girl, y'all. I mean, pretty much everything on here gets you compliments, and not every fragrance does, but the fragrances on here, easy compliment getters. But this one especially, I really love this. And I know a lot of people don't like those bright zesty lemons, but I do. It's my kind of scent. But one thing I can say is that the bright zesty lemon, it does kind of die down as you wear this scent. It doesn't have the best lasting power or projection really, but I enjoy it. I like to layer it, and I like to wear it by itself too. Don't get it twisted. But I do find that when it dries down and as you wear it over time, you start to pull out those base notes. You get a lot of that like bourbon vanilla. It may be sandalwood. Is it sandalwood? Brown sugar. That's what it is. That bourbon vanilla and brown sugar in the base. That's what I really get once it like really dries down and settles into the skin. The lemon kind of dissipates. So even though I really do love the zesty lemon of it, I love the whole composition of this fragrance, and I would definitely repurchase it when it's done. Now, I haven't repurchased this as of yet. Well, technically I did, because I initially bought this in a small bottle and I upgraded to this. So yeah, and I've had this ever since. So, but when the time comes and I get on down, definitely picking this up again, because it is a staple in my collection. And again, that is Akro Bake. That is my favorite lemon gourmand fragrance. Moving right along, Kayali's Young Bougie Marshmallow. You guys, this fragrance, you already know. To know me is to know that this was going to have to be on this list, because I love it down. I don't even want to rave about it too much, but if there was a video that I needed to rave in, it's this one. They have keynotes on the back, so I'm just going to go with that. On the back, they have freesia, strawberry, pink marshmallow, creamy coconut with vanilla, and pink musk. Not gonna hold you guys. The main parts that I get out of this fragrance are the vanilla, the marshmallow, the creamy nature of it, pink, and the pink musk. It's a beautiful, sweet composition. It's like a fluffy marshmallow with strawberry and raspberry mix. It has other things in there. They have like apple, I think, in there. What else is in there? Lemon. at the top, all those top notes, I don't really pick up that stuff. I really don't. I just get the strawberry marshmallow goodness. It's fluffy, it's cozy, it's girly, it's feminine, it's flirty, and those are all the things that I am and things that I look for in this type of scent profile, and I love it. I have gotten dupes for it, but I purchased this twice already. So yeah, this is my second bottle. It's a 3.4 ounce, and you see where the dent is. These days, I really just reach for my dupes, but this holds a incredible place in my heart. And when it comes to my top 10 for life, I like to show you guys the actual fragrance, not so much the dupes, because when it comes down to it, that's where it came from. That's where it got its inspiration. So I like to give props where props is due. And y'all, that's Kayali, Young Bougie Marshmallow. She came through and stole the show, and she is definitely #1 for me out of the whole Kayali lineup. So Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow. Next up, I have Parfum de Marly's Oriana. Okay, and Oriana is a fragrance that I have loved from the first time that I smelled a dupe of it. It took me a while to get this fragrance, but I have been enjoying this scent profile since I first came across it. I think I got my first dupe of this maybe 3 years ago, I think, and eventually I just wanted to go ahead and get my hands on the original fragrance, so I did. Oriana is another fluffy marshmallow scent. For me, this is like a clean pretty girl in a bottle. Like, this is literally me in a bottle as far as my taste. Sweet, pretty, and clean all at the same time. Like, this gives me my marshmallow and vanilla vibe, but it also gives me like a clean vibe, like wearing clean clothes that are fresh out the dryer, using dryer sheets and your detergent. Some people say this gives a detergent-esque type of vibe, and I can kind of see that. I didn't always see that, but I see it now. This has notes of like grapefruit and mandarin orange in the opening, as well as bergamot. It's got some vanilla in there. It's got some raspberry and marshmallow, and I believe it has some ambre and musk in the base. So it's a very pretty, clean, and sweet scent. It's also kind of vibrant in the opening. Something about this just makes me feel and smell good. I like to layer my Young Bougie Marshmallow and this together. Quite often, that gives me my ultimate pretty girl, feminine, flirty combo. When I just want to smell clean and sweet, these are what I go for. A lot of people love like the Lena, but for me, it was this one. Always has been, always will be. And yeah, that is Oriana by Parfums de Marly. I've never repurchased this. I probably won't, because I have perfume oils. I have dupes of it that are very comparable. But I have to shout out this original DNA because it's a masterpiece in my opinion. And before we had it, I never smelled that profile before. I don't think it's like anything else that I've smelled. To me, this is nothing like Love Don't Be Shy. I know a lot of people draw that comparison because of the orange blossom that's in here. I assume that's what they share, that people attribute the orange blossom and the marshmallow. But to me, she's a standalone. Where Love Don't Be Shy is straight up sweet, this one gives you a little more complexity. You get the brightness in the opening, and you also get that musky dry down, that kind of clean musk that it gives in the dry down that I really enjoy, but you still get a clean, fruity, fluffy type of vibe from that marshmallow and the whipped cream. So yeah, I just love this. I love the complexity of it. She's a clean, sweet, pretty girl, and she will always be in my collection. At least some kind of DNA of this sort will always be in my collection, and I'm probably gonna always keep this bottle. So that is Oriana by Parfums de Marly. We got another one in a beautiful pink bottle, and this is Burberry Her Intense. Guys, this is the 2024 Intense release version. Just as a FYI, because I know that there was a Intense prior to this. This is a fragrance I adored. I still remember when this came out and thinking, gosh, did they need another flanker? And then it was in the same bottle, so I was very hesitant. If you know me, you know I was never the biggest fan of the Burberry Her line or DNA. Never was. I never found one that I felt like was like for me. That is until this one came out. When I got to the store and tried this out, I was smitten from day one. This fragrance has, I think, a wild strawberry in here, a very simple note construction. I think there's only like 3 notes, at least that's what they give us. I think it has a wild strawberry, ambroxan, and orange blossom. Oh my God, to me, this is a creamy floral fragrance. One could say a flormand. a floral gourmand. I think I just heard that term recently from, what is her name? I heard that term recently from another YouTuber, and that's the perfect way to describe this. Where I think it was, gosh, I can't even think of her name, but I think this is so gorgeous, y'all. I think this is the perfect feminine floral, creamy floral fragrance. Like, this smells like, it does have the DNA of Burberry Her, but really far in the background. Like, it's there, but it just goes in a whole nother direction. Unlike the original and the elixir that just kind of like makes it creamier, this is completely different. To me, this is definitely a creamy floral take with the addition of that orange blossom, but the wild strawberry is what does it for me, because unlike the other versions, which I have, this is way more realistic in my opinion. When it comes to that strawberry, that wild strawberry, I can really detect that, and I think it smells the least artificial out of everything. To me, this smells very realistic, whereas in the OG and especially in the elixir, they give a very artificial smelling strawberry, which I do think strawberry can be hard to kind of mimic in perfumes, because if you've ever smelled like a real strawberry or whatever, you know, they're not as sweet as they make them in perfumes. They don't smell that way normally. A lot of times they smell kind of tart and kind of fresh and kind of earthy, but this definitely mimics a true wild strawberry, like freshly picked. And then there's a creaminess to it. And then the dry down, it is just perfection for me. This is the one for me. I love this down. I've repurchased it already. I upgraded to this bottle, a gorgeous fragrance for women, and just perfect for like, especially the spring and summertime. But again, I will wear this year long. It doesn't matter. Whenever, I will pull it out and wear it. Love this down. Burberry Her Intense. Coming in at number, what is that, 5? Next fragrance up, again, is another staple. This is a designer fragrance. You know, I've heard mixed reviews about this. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people are sick of the profile. I've even smelled fragrances that I've tried to duplicate this fragrance, but for me, this is just one that has to be in the collection. And I don't care how long you've had it. I don't care how many times you smelled it. One thing about it, you're gonna get a compliment when you wear this, and you're gonna smell good. If you want to change it up, layer it with something else if you want to smell a little unique. But I don't care how many people have worn this down. She's just good. And this is none other than Valentino, Donna born in Roma, the OG. I mean, you can't go wrong with this fragrance. This is the staple that I feel every woman should have at least one of in her collection. But this one, this just does it for me, because to be honest, a lot of the flankers, they all stem from this. They are like variations of this, so this is the one. It has an opening of like pink pepper and black currant, followed by jasmine and jasmine tea. It's a lot of jasmine in this fragrance. And then it goes down to a dry down of bourbon vanilla and gaiac wood. Y'all, beautiful fragrance. It's a showstopper, and she's an attention grabber. And for anybody who likes that, I mean, I love that. I remember when I first got this, and I still remember when I first smelled this in the store. And at the time, I think the Intense had just came out, and I was trying to go between the two and see which one I should get. But I remember seeing this beautiful studded bottle, and I was just like, I gotta get that. But yeah, y'all, Donna born in Roma, just, I've been trying not to spray. I don't want to be spraying everything on me and having a headache by the end of this video. But y'all, this is one that I have to have. I've purchased it multiple times at this point. I think I purchased this twice. I started out with a I started out with a 1.7. Then I repurchased and bought a big bottle, and I had a 1 ounce too. So yeah, do I need to say more? Valentino, Donna born in Roma, the OG, she's a staple. We're gonna switch gears real quick, and I'm gonna go into this fragrance here. This is Miami Nectar from the house of Ellis, Brooklyn. This came in and just stole my heart. I don't even know where the love for this came from. Like, literally, one minute I was trying to find layering combos with body mist to try to emulate this scent, because I just knew it was not as good as the girls were saying, because the hype was so real for this fragrance. And I can't stand when stuff gets super hyped, and I'm just like, it cannot be that good. I know I'm gonna be the one who's not gonna like it. They told me, prove me wrong. Listen, ever since I got my nose on this, ever since I got my hands on it, she's been in my collection ever since. I have purchased this now twice, and I purchased it in the winter twice. Okay, and I will purchase it again and again. This is so beautiful. I heard another YouTuber describe this recently, and she described it perfectly. This is like a light version of a pina colada in perfume form. Literally, like it's like a pina colada but not as strong. It has notes of like coconut water, so it's very refreshing. It's got pineapple in there, it's got jasmine, it's got some lily of the valley, driftwood, some moss, some amberwood. Very beautiful scent. I love it. It's just very refreshing, and it's vacation in a bottle for me. Like, this is going to be a staple on vacation. This is a staple for summertime, period. Like, this has to be in my collection. Believe you me, it will always be there, okay? And that is Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar. And you guys see the dent. I just bought this at the last Sephora. You guys can see the dent. I just bought this at the last Sephora sale, repurchased it, and I always will. And it can lean a little unisex, but I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I got plenty of pretty girl scents, as you can see. So every now and again, I don't mind. I don't mind. It doesn't last the best. I don't really care. I love that scent profile enough. It lasts decent. I don't mind over spraying with it. And I always get it when it's a sale. So yeah, I don't care. That is Miami Nectar from Ellis Brooklyn. Love it down. So I'm kind of cheating on this next fragrance. There is not one, there are two. I'm pretty sure y'all know what this is, but just in case you don't, let me give you a hint. One is the Eau de Parfum and one is the Latte Parfum. You guys already know, don't you? Y'all, this is none other than YSL Libre, the EDP. I have to have it. This is my staple orange blossom lavender vanilla combo, period. I don't care, like, period. This, ever since I got my nose on it, it's been that girl for me. I get crazy compliments every time I wear it. Between this and Valentino, I may have the most flankers for it. I love this line. Like, they can't do wrong in my eyes. Like, this is the most high class, chic, bossy vibes from a designer or period, like, that I have experienced. This is all I need. Anytime I want to be a showstopper, anytime I want to be the center of attention, and I know ain't nobody messing with me with my scent, like nobody smells like I do. Even if you got this on, because you don't smell like me when I got this on. I love this down. Like, I highly recommend it. This is the one that I would probably buy first. Out of everything, I will probably go and buy this first, because I know whenever I need to step out, this is most of the time what I pull for. The reason I say I'm cheating is because although I have this one, I also have another one that I have to add. So this particular version is the lighter version. This one is the more citrus forward version, and I do love that. I don't wear this next one without pairing it with this one. I just don't. I've always paired those two together, and it's just how I like it. I can wear this by itself though, and this next one I never do. So that's pretty much just the reason why they both have to be there. But to me, they're a package deal, so I had to put it in here. But this is YSL Libre, the Eau de Parfum, and this is YSL Libre, the Le Parfum. Don't get it twisted. I just repurchased both of these. I have emptied bottles of both of these, so don't come for me. I love them down, and this is not my first go around, okay? Even if it's yours on my channel, this is not my first go around. This is YSL Libre, the Le Parfum. To me, this is what adds the sexiness, the sophistication. Well, it's already sophistication, but this is what adds the sexy to this, in my opinion. This is perfect for the winter and fall time, but I'm not gonna hold you. I don't save this for the winter and fall. I wear this combo year long. If it's date night, if it's stepping out, whatever I'm going to where I really want to show out and be seen, this is when I pair these two together. I think what makes the difference in this composition versus this one is the addition of the saffron and the honey. In my opinion, saffron, the honey, and the ginger, they took this to another level, and it's just so sexy together. And for me, these are the only two I need. I have others, but if I never had another one, these are the ones that I like. I like that this one adds the sweetness, and it adds, you know, more vanilla and the honey and the saffron. But unlike maybe the Intense, that's what a lot of people like better, or they'll go with that over everything. For me, the Intense leans more masculine. It's heavier on the lavender to me. So that's why I don't go for that one. This one intensified things, but it still kept it sexy and kept it feminine. So that's why I like these two together, okay? But those are my YSL Libres. They will always be in my collection. So I cheated here, but this is a 2-for-1, okay? We're gonna have to count those as one. Next, this is my second to last. This is Bianco Latte. She needs no introduction, really. Bianco Latte is the only vanilla scent I really need in my collection. I have dupes of Bianco Latte, and I have the real thing. And I will still buy the real thing over and over again. That's how much I like this scent. This is your caramel forward vanilla fragrance with some white musk, some honey, and some coumarin. Through and through. Gorgeous. Powerhouse. Lasts forever. Compliment magnet. Oh my God, the compliments. I mean, gourmand. And for me, it can be a lot, but I know when to pull for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to layer this and I love it by itself. This might be the only vanilla fragrance I have that I would really wear by itself and know I'm projecting. You know, I never really had a vanilla that projects. Not like this one does. Until this one. I'm not gonna say I haven't tried any since, but until this, I never had one like that. I love this. I love it. It's gorgeous, sweet, it's fluffy, comforting. It's all the things. It's all the things. If I did not have not one more vanilla scent, I would be fine. So, yeah. That is Giardini di Toscana Bianco Latte. Still going strong. Y'all, last but certainly not least, this was hard. I had a fragrance that I went back and forth in my mind about this. Every time I come up with this list, I go back and forth about the fragrance that should be in this spot. And it's hard because I have a lot of fragrances still that could very well fill this slot. But you know, I could only choose 10. So I went with one that it felt right. Okay, so there could easily be 3 other fragrances in this spot, but we just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna go with my first mind, and I think this is the right decision. Okay, so Lost Cherry, guys. So let me explain real quick. Lost Cherry is a fragrance that I only just recently picked up, and I've mentioned in my last video that I featured this in that I wasn't loving this the way I thought I would, the actual fragrance that is. But because this is my top 10 for life, I have to mention, this is a guideline I gave to myself, I have to mention the original fragrance. But the truth is, the fragrance that I really want to put on this list, and I'm going to, is Dossier's Ambery Cherry. I know, this is one of those cases, y'all, where the dupe beats out the original. But I have to show you this because, like I said, this is the inspiration. This is the original, so I'm going to give it to him. But I would not repurchase this, so I just want to be clear and transparent. But y'all, Ambery Cherry from Dossier, as long as they make this fragrance, I will forever repurchase it. I'm not kidding. Out of all the dupes that I tried, this is just my favorite. It gets it right every time. This is like your boozy maraschino soaked cherry in caramelized liquor. This is so good. This is so sexy. Oh my God, and this is perfect for this season. Like, in this cold weather, and it's cold in my room right now, y'all. I don't run my heater while I'm filming, so it's freezing in here. And this is just so freaking sexy to me. I love to layer it. Y'all, I'm telling you, if there was ever a dupe that I recommend, it's this one. Ambery Cherry is the GOAT. It's super strong, super long lasting. I love it. And yeah, time for a Lost Cherry, you know, this is the original, so I have to give it to him. But in my top 10, this is coming in as the last one. This is number 10, and this is Dossier's Ambery Cherry. So yeah, I wanted to have an affordable option, especially because this is for me in that slot. But again, I loved it so much that I went ahead and purchased this, and I really feel like I really didn't have to. So But yeah, you guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my top 10 for life. I don't know, I think it's kind of similar. I believe it's kind of similar to the one that I did previously. I know there are some repeats in here, and I like that because that lets you know I really love what I love and I use what I love and I consistently repurchase it. So it just goes to show why some things changed, this remained the same. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button for your girl and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, we on our way to 5K. So y'all let me know, out of this top 10 for life, what are your top 3? Just give me 3. Okay, down below. Let me know what are your 3. And if there is any in my lineup that you also adore as well. Y'all make sure y'all always look good and smell good. And sis, you make sure you do it on a budget. Until next time, see y'all. Bye.